Hello and welcome everyone to your favorite weekly news capsule. Remember that insight, integrity, and inclusiveness are the three essential qualities of leadership. To be a leader, you need to know the way, go the way, and show the way. It's now time to move on with our news capsule.
Maharashtra CM Eknath Shinde wins vote of confidence. Chief Minister Eknath Shinde's government, supported by the Bharatiya Janata Party, won the critical vote of confidence in the Maharashtra Legislative Assembly last week, following a vote by head count. The Eknath Shinde camp received 164 of the votes, while the opposition camp got 99. Did you know that Uddhav Thackeray was the Chief Minister of Maharashtra before Mr. Shinde? We wish the new government all the best in implementing their vision for the state.
Australia's emergency services have issued new evacuation orders to tens of thousands of people in the country's largest city, Sydney. The order came as the Bureau of Meteorology warned that an intense low-pressure system of Australia's east coast would bring heavy rains and potential flash floods for a third day across Sydney. The residents have been asked to avoid any non-essential travel, including on public transport. This is the fifth flooding event in the region this year, and climate change is widely believed to be a contributing factor to these frequent severe weather events. We do hope that normalcy resumes soon for the citizens of Sydney.
In a bid to reduce the overcrowding of tourists, authorities in Venice have imposed a new rule that will require tourists to purchase a ticket to enter the city. This decision will come into effect by January 2023. With this move, Venice will become the world's first city to make an entrance fee mandatory for its tourists. Government officials from Venice have said that this may be the only solution to the problem of over-tourism that the city has been struggling with for a long time. The cost of the ticket will range from 3 to 10 euros, and the fine for not paying will be around 300 euros. Do keep in mind for all your future travel plans.
Last week, the Government of India initiated its first stage of a federal plan to eventually ban all single-use and disposable plastic products. Just in 2020, our country generated over 4.1 million metric tons of plastic waste. Did you know that this is the first nationwide ban on the manufacturing and distribution of plastics that has taken place in India? For the first phase, starting July, the government has identified and banned 19 plastic items that aren't very useful but have a high potential to become litter. These items range from plastic cups and straws to ice cream sticks. Other plastic products like bottles and bags aren't covered by the current ban, but the government has set targets for manufacturers to be responsible for recycling or disposing of them after their use. If you want to know more about what you can do to help, go online and read more about this plan and learn all the 19 items that have been banned for now.
Igraasp, did you know that Australia is the only major honey producing country that has been free from varroa mite? That is a parasite which feeds on honeybees. But only recently they've been hit by a varroa mite plague which could cost Australia's honey industry almost $70 million a year. In the last 2 weeks, Australian authorities have responded to this crisis and are taking measures to kill thousands of honeybee colonies to stop the mites from spreading. The spread of this deadly mite is said to be largely responsible for the sharp decline in the number of honeybee colonies worldwide. We hope the government is able to address this worrying crisis.
Over 4 decades after they became extinct locally, rhinos are roaming again in the wilds of Mozambique. This is all thanks to the efforts made by a group of rangers who are transporting the endangered species from South Africa in efforts to breathe new life into its parks and boost local tourism in the region. The team has captured, sedated and moved black and white rhinos over 1,000 miles from South Africa to Mozambique's Zenave National Park, which has more than 2,300 other reintroduced animals. The Peace Parks Foundation, a conservation group, plans to relocate over 40 rhinos in the next 2 years to Mozambique. Isn't that fascinating?
Astronomers and physicists have suspected for years that the planets of Uranus and Neptune may be experiencing diamond rains. Both the planets appear blue in color because of the presence of methane in its atmosphere, which is made up of carbon. Scientists suspect that because the temperature and pressure conditions of Neptune and Uranus are so extreme, the carbon atoms are crushed into diamonds in their atmosphere and appear like rain. The idea of this diamond rain was first introduced in 1981 by Marvin Ross of Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory. Now, NASA's James Webb Space Telescope is set to explore the world of these two planets and confirm these theories once and for all. We look forward to the discoveries ahead.
England defeated India by 7 wickets in the rescheduled 5th Test match at Edgbaston in Birmingham earlier this week. An unbeaten stand of 269 runs between Joe Root and Johnny Bairstow for the 4th wicket helped the hosts chase down a 378-run target in the 4th innings. Did you know that this is England's highest successful chase in the final innings of a Test match? The Test series could not be completed last year following COVID-19 cases in the India camp ahead of the final match at Old Trafford. With this victory in the rescheduled 5th Test, England end the 5-match series against India 2-2. We congratulate the team for a spectacular finish.
The thrilling British Grand Prix took place last week at Silverstone, and we have all the exciting updates from the race for you. Carlos Sainz from Ferrari converted his first F1 pole position into his first F1 victory, while Sergio Perez grabbed second for Red Bull, with Lewis Hamilton securing the spirited third for Mercedes. Max Verstappen, current world champion, had to settle for 7th, behind Charles Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, and Lando Norris. After picking up car damage, we congratulate all the winners and look forward to the upcoming Austrian Grand Prix scheduled for the 10th of July.
The Wimbledon Championships is the oldest and most prestigious tennis tournament in the world and has been held at the All England Club in London since 1877. The 135th edition started a few weeks ago, and here are the results so far. Rafael Nadal had to drop out of the men's singles semi-finals due to an injury, giving Nick Kyrgios from Australia an open ticket into the finals. Kyrgios will be facing the winner of the semis match between Novak Djokovic and Cameron Norrie. Over at the women's singles, we have Elena Rybakina from Kazakhstan facing Onis Jabeur from Tunisia for the final trophy. And for the mixed doubles category, Sania Mirza from India and Mate Pavic from Croatia fought valiantly till the semi-finals, where they were defeated by the team of Skupski and Krozik. We wish the finalists of every category all the best and cannot wait to see the drama that will unfold on the courts.
The Femina Miss India World 2022 ceremony took place this week at the Geo World Convention Centre in Mumbai. Sini Shetty of Karnataka was crowned Femina Miss India World 2022, while Rajasthan's Rugal Shekhawat bagged the first runner-up title, and Uttar Pradesh Shanata Chauhan won the title of second runner-up. Sini Shetty is currently pursuing a professional course called CFA, Chartered Financial Analyst, and is also a trained Bharatanatyam dancer. Did you know that some of the previous winners of these competitions include Lara Datta, Sarah Jane Diaz and Sandhya Chil? We congratulate all the winners.
Igraspers, did you know that there is a 12 kg gold coin from India? It has been missing for over 4 decades now. This coin is one of the largest coins to be ever made around the world and was minted during the rule of Emperor Jahangir in 1613. It is regarded as the property of Nizams of Hyderabad and was last seen in the hands of Nizam VIII of Hyderabad. The central government of India has resumed the search for this special gold coin, along with another 1 kg coin from Shah Jahan's reign in 1693. Can you guess what is the estimated value of both these coins? It is over 1000 crore rupees. We wish the CBI all the best and hope they are able to retrieve and recover these lost treasures.
The word of the week is reticent, which means inclined to be silent or quiet. Ramya is reticent. She doesn't like to speak much. The riddle of the week is, which is the most curious letter? The letter Y.
Can you guess who? This British actor is most famous for having played the role of Sherlock Holmes in the hit BBC series. He was named one of the most influential people in the world by the Time magazine in 2014 and played the iconic Star Trek character Khan in the latest movie. He is also known for playing the mathematician Alan Turing in the historical biopic Imitation Game, for which he was even nominated for the Best Actor Oscar award. I knew you would get it. It is Benedict Cumberbatch. Did you know he was recently nominated for another acting Oscar for his performance in The Power of the Dog? Have you seen any of his movies, Igraasp?
Did you know that the world's fastest painter once created a painting in just 30 seconds? Late Polish-American painter Maurice Katz holds 2 Guinness World Records for being the world's fastest and the most prolific artist. He often called his style of painting as instant art because of his rapid artistic skills. The speed painter used rather uncanny material to stipple paint on canvas, toilet paper and palette knives.
Quiz time! Which Indian artist holds the record for being the world's fastest landscape painter, having made a painting in 1/6 of a second? Send your answers to contact us at igraasp.com along with your full name, school name, and a photograph. Answer to the last week's quiz. The Dreaming Festival in Queensland, Australia is observed to celebrate the indigenous art related to Dreamtime stories. This certificate of appreciation is presented to Gorika of Wisdom World School, Kurukshetra, for successfully participating in the weekly quiz on India's leading news capsule for tweens, Igraasp.
Dear Igraspers, this week let's take a trip down memory lane with Roald Dahl's boy as he shares the stories of his childhood with us. This book contains fun and interesting stories from his life from when he was in school, while also focusing on living conditions in Britain during the 1920s and 30s. Are you interested to know what kind of life led him to write the stories that he has? Then what are you waiting for? Go read this book and give us your feedback at igraasp.com/iClub.
That's all we have for you here today. Don't forget that leadership is the passion to translate a vision into reality. Great leaders don't set out to be leaders, they set out to make a difference. Forget the role and focus on the goal. Leadership will follow. We'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.